What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you've been with us for a little bit, you know I've been super excited for my first track day in an EV. We've had 2 weather cancellations already, but tomorrow it is finally go time. It is a track cross on the main course at Summit, if you guys are familiar, and it is going to be by far the coldest motorsports event I have ever been part of. As of now, it is supposed to be 9 degrees at start time. I did decide to do a quick one over on the car to make sure everything was kosher before we put it on the track, and unfortunately, through no fault of my own whatsoever, we have to put a set of rear tires on it. Fortunately, our guys here at Willis Tire said they can get a set in overnight, so we're dropping the car off, having tires done, picking it up this afternoon, and then I will see you guys at the track tomorrow morning. They put us over here in this nice little section alone, away from all the, dirty gas engine cars, all the Corvettes and that junk. It is definitely cool to see these becoming more and more prevalent at track events like this. A year or 2 ago, you were struggling to find one anywhere at a race, autocross, whatever. And as people realize what a capable track platform they are, they're going to be widely adopted. So while we have a little downtime here, waiting for our run group while trying to stay warm in the car, I want you guys to take a second, pause the video, and let me know what you guys think of EVs as far as motorsports platforms. Are you in the I'd never drive one, I hate one, stupid tree hugger camp? Or are you actually intrigued with the new technology and curious to see how it performs like I am? First tee guys are off, we're getting ready to go on. I will post a screenshot at the end of this of the live timing, but the Caymans that are here were absolutely dominant. Quick note, I'm only going to show one full run. If you guys want to watch people lap the track over and over, there are certainly better drivers you can watch than me. Nice. Okay, you're good. Time run is done. We're at a 63, which isn't horrible. I still don't know the track at all. The car is super cold. It's kind of middle of the pack. I'm fairly happy with it. I don't see why we can't knock at least a couple seconds off that. So hopefully by the time I learn the course a little bit, we can be more up towards the top of the board. All right, so third run is done. We knocked 2 seconds off, which I'm pretty happy with so far. I don't know how much further I can push it because the gentleman you saw earlier in the red Tesla, unfortunately, went off track. He must have got pulled out because he just pulled up behind me. So let's see what the deal is with that. I'm sorry, guys. Well, at least the car is good. Just went off and he was able to get out on his own, fortunately, which I am actually surprised about because the entire grass portion of this track is a solid sheet of ice. So unfortunately, that was it for that first heat of the day. We're not going to run that track configuration. It's going to be a little longer the second time. But they do like a touring lap during lunch. It's 20 bucks, 20 minutes on the track at like not full speed, whatever that means. So I guess we'll see how that goes. But I mean, I'm not going to turn it down since I'm already here. That is one of the cars that was absolutely dominant earlier, and it looks awesome. On the last run there, I did get eked out by a very nicely track prepped RS3. Learned a lot during that lunch run, so hopefully that helps us and maybe we can get them on the next one. Sure, if any of you guys come from the Subaru world like I did way back in the day, you've heard of Mach 5 Motorsports. They are apparently starting to support Teslas a little more, and I think as the Tesla popularity takes off track-wise, more people will support it, and they'll probably be one of the ones doing it. They actually make their own wheel that they weren't sure if it fit on a performance, and fortunately it does, and they are cheap too.
Looks like it. What do you think?
Oh yeah, plenty of room. All right, so if you're looking for cheap flow form track wheels for a Model 3, there you go. Quick clarification, you will need a small spacer on the front because it hits the upright. I don't know what offset those are, but like another 5 out would be great. So this is the guy that's a second ahead of me. Awesome looking car. He has Advan A052s, yeah, 200 tread wear, so it has a little bit of an advantage there. I'm actually interested in those tires. That might be my next set. It just so happens that one of the fastest cars here is also one of the best looking cars here. I don't think anybody has anything bad to say about these. As I'm sure you can tell there, we did get very lucky with the wind. It's still in the 20s, I think. Actually feels pretty good out, so I'm not complaining. I thought we were in for a very rough day earlier today. All right, we're headed to the last heat of the day now. It is a longer course. I don't know how that's gonna play for me, but we'll see. I didn't really know what to start with as far as tire pressure. When they got hot, they got up to like 48 pounds, which is, needless to say, pretty hot. So we kicked it down. Cold, they're right around 35 pounds. So we'll see how that does for us. I think with the heat we're getting in them today, it'll probably stay under 40. First time run of the heat is in the books. It felt pretty good. So I'm in the 76s. The RS3 is still in the 78s. Hopefully we can get it together here and put down a good number on one of these last 2 runs here. Third time run in the books. I didn't turn the camera on like a complete goon, but it felt okay. I didn't plan on doing this today, but the stability control in the factory race mode settings is really starting to get at me. It really messes with you when you're accelerating out of turns. The wheel has to be almost completely straight before it will apply 100% throttle. The run felt okay. Mainly it was getting used to the new stability settings, but we'll see what it did. It should be posted here in a second. So that run was actually 0.2 slower. It was a 77 flat. I suppose we'll see if that was last run. I think it might be because we're getting kind of late in the day here. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you guys saw, there was ice on the track. I guess that's what you get for racing when it looks like this out. First turn, it kind of rotated me. Didn't lose it or anything, but it definitely cut some time off, so I don't have any type of expectation for that run. So that run, I was a little over a second off my best. So while the ice was an issue up there, I think unfortunately the car is slowing down a little bit. Every run is ever so slightly slower when it feels like I'm running a little faster. We're at 30% battery. I just don't think it's quite good enough. All right, we are done for the day. Final results. As for the car, you guys know I am a big Corvette guy, GTR, whatever. I'm having trouble finding anything to complain about with this car. The only downsides are things that are well known. The brakes, shot. I mean, shot. So that's an issue that's going to be addressed. The tires, I'm actually pretty impressed with. They're 260 tread wear Kumho PS91s. Fronts are about a year old, rears brand new yesterday, as you guys already know. As far as overall, at least for the second heat, because that's all I can view right now, we placed 7 overall. Considering there are some very experienced drivers here and some very fast cars here, Sam Strano and his Corvette, somebody that's with him that has a ridiculously track prep 6th gen ZL1, which I'm kind of jealous of. That's a pretty sweet car. Not to mention all the Caymans. I mean, I can't really complain. That's pretty impressive. So what I set out to answer when I came out here and when I registered for this event was, can somebody with practically no track experience, but a decent understanding of car control and how to handle yourself on a track, come out here in a relatively stock, as in lowering springs, tires, because that's all it has, Tesla Model 3, and compete? And obviously the answer is yes. I'm not Superman driver, anything like that, but most of the cars ahead of me, if not all of them, are highly track prep cars with much more experienced drivers. So I am beyond thrilled. As far as what's next for this car, like I just said, brakes gotta go. I don't want to do too much else. I might put 200 tread wears on it just to do the max allowable tire in the street class. Obviously, the only other downfall we have is battery management. They have chargers here. The closest supercharger is about 45 miles away in Frederick. I showed up with like 75% battery. If I didn't go out on that 20-minute lunch run, it'd have been perfectly fine. However, I did, so it wasn't. So let me know what you guys think. Did this make you a believer in EVs, a believer in Model 3s, still hate them, still think they're tree hugger bullshit? Let me know. I plan on doing a lot more of these, so if any of you guys watching this want to come out to one, look it up, Summit Point Track Cross. It's an awesome time. We're gonna head back to Frederick, supercharge for, I don't know, an hour, and head home. Let me know what you guys think about the video. I am gonna do another video on this, I think fairly soon, doing a full brake job. Maybe I'll use that video as an excuse to tell a story about how I impulsively bought this car, and it is all Rich Rebuild's fault. So again, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, give it a share. I'd greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys next time.